Nqobile Gama. I was born and bred in Diepkloof, Soweto. I've recently completed my master's degree in business management, and by profession, I am a sponsorships manager. Now, a lot of people ask me, Nqobile, what exactly is it that you do in sports? Well, my role in sports is twofold. Firstly, I am a servant of the game, and secondly, I am a servant for the game. And what this means is that my role in sports is to impact people's lives through this game that we love so much, which is sports. And secondly, it is to ensure that whatever spaces that I find myself in within the sports industry, to leave them in a better state to what I found them in. And I have noticed that if I do not attach my role in sports to a specific profession, then I, one, keep honest to myself, and two, that I stay true to the cause, which is ultimately to take sports in SA to the level where we all know it should be. 2020 has taught me the importance of celebrating each and every win, regardless of how small or how big that win may seem to be. And to be a first-time nominee in the 2020 edition of the Momentum G Sports Awards is such a special and humbling feeling. And I'm literally beaming with pride to know that the work that I have been putting in, the effort that I have been putting in over the years has not gone unnoticed. So I am truly grateful to that individual that nominated me, and I hope that this is just the beginning of what is yet to follow for me in this space. I started university back in 2010, and I was initially doing a BCom finance degree at the University of Johannesburg. And I remember sitting in an accounting lecture, and I had a light bulb moment, and I thought to myself, Nqobile, what are you doing here? But because one of my personality traits is that I absolutely hate giving up, I decided that I wasn't going to give up, and I was going to soldier on with my BCom finance degree. But as the semester progressed, I remember not being able to shake off this burning desire to pursue something that I really loved and something I was passionate about. So at the end of the first semester, I decided to sit my parents down and tell them my decision to change my qualification from a BCom finance degree into a BCom sports management degree. And to my pleasant surprise, they were very supportive of my decision. And because I had literally scraped through the academic semester, I asked my mother to come with me to go and plead my case at the faculty. And after a very lengthy session, I was eventually given the thumbs up to change my qualification, but it came with a lot of conditions. A lot of people ask me, Nqobile, why sports management? And initially it was because it was something I loved. It was because it was something I was passionate about. But as I went into second year and third year, that love grew into something way greater than love. I started to piece together the intricacies and the science behind the professionalism of sports. And because I wanted to elevate my understanding of the commercial aspect of sports and to delve deeper into it, I decided to then, upon completion of my undergraduate degree, to pursue an honors degree in BCom Sports Management. Dr. Pam Sarah holds a doctorate in sports management, and it was because of her expertise that the course was relevant, it was enjoyable, it was worthwhile, and it was very beneficial not only to us, but to the industry that we now work and serve in. Dr. Pam Sarah ignited the fire in me, the fire in my soul for education and for sports. At the beginning of my honors degree, I had set out a few goals for myself. And one of the goals was to complete my degree with a distinction. And at the end of my honors year, I had achieved this goal. But soon after that, the department then discovered that I was actually the first African student in the history of UJ to graduate cum laude with a BCom honors degree in sports management. For me, that is one of the greatest wins, and it is still one of those achievements that I hold so dear to my heart. And fast forward a few years after that, I then decided to enroll for my master's degree, still at UJ, in business management. It's been a very, very lengthy journey. It took me 5 years to complete my master's degree, but upon reflection, I have realized that there was a purpose for me to take that long. And I think in the process, I've learned so much about myself, and it's an experience that I would not change for anything. My master's dissertation is titled The Perceptions and the Aspirations of Female Sports Students Towards Sports Leadership. And this topic comes off the back of this ongoing underrepresentation of females in sports leadership positions, despite the fact that women are ready to lead, that women are available to lead, and that women are capable to lead in various aspects of sport. And my mentors usually say that the best amongst us should lead. And I do not believe that women should be sidelined from pursuing or from acquiring sports leadership positions because of their gender. And some of the noteworthy findings that speak to the ongoing underrepresentation of females in sports leadership in my dissertation include several reasons, but I will just highlight 4. So one, there is a very strong dominance of males in sports organizations, firstly. Secondly, sports and sports organizations are structured or are governed by the values of masculinity. Thirdly, the glass ceiling is cited as one of the leading reasons why women continuously are being sidelined from pursuing sports leadership positions. And lastly, the findings is that women tend to impose self-limiting behaviors on themselves. And I guess this is the way that the system has just been structured. But my dissertation also gives strategies as to how we can start to challenge the status quo. And one of these strategies include mentorship. I think over the years, we have truly gotten to understand the importance and the value of mentorship. And truly it's by rising and pulling up others as we rise that we will really start to close this gap. We all have a very important part to play in order for us to change this situation going forward. And I believe that change starts with us, and it's not a you problem or a they problem, it's an us problem. And the way I plan on changing the situation going forward is to always be conscious of the fact that these issues, they exist, and it's my role and it's my responsibility to call out those people who perpetuate the situation. And this perpetuation happens in the circles that we exist in, and it exists in the words that we use, the languages that we use, the terms that we use, and the behaviors that we project or that we take on, for example. And this also, I think this kind of links up to the challenges that I face or we face as women in the industry. When we walk into sports spaces, males tend to see our femininity before they see our professionalism. And this is also one of those reasons why females would tend to shy away from challenging the status quo, because at times it can be very uncomfortable. Another challenge that I have experienced in the space is not being able to navigate my way around the sports industry. A lot of the things I have been winging, yes, but I can also attribute my my growth in the space to two ladies that I look up to so much. One, Dr. Sarah, she has been a major influence in my approach to the sports space, and she is dynamite. and I think she has also taught me how I can marry education and sports. And secondly, Ms. Nomsa Mahlangu, she is power. She takes herself seriously, and there's no other way for us not to take her seriously. She is one of the best sports administrators that I know, and I really look up to her fierceness. And they are the two women that I look up to. Personally, some of my greatest achievements thus far would include: 1, graduating my BCom honors in sports management cum laude; 2, completing my master's degree in business management; 3, it would be serving on the NEC of the University of Sports South Africa Federation; 4 rather, would be just my overall growth in the sports space. I mean, it's not where I would want it to be, but I definitely understand and I know that it's where I should be. And if I can continue along this path, I believe that me and my peers are going to achieve a lot of things. I mean, our leaders have paved the way ahead for us. Education is so important. So ensure that you take charge of your future through education. When it comes to choosing a career or choosing a qualification to study, make sure that you study something that you love. Do not study something that is popular, or do not study something that your parents or your teachers want you to study. Study something that you are passionate about and that you love, because when you're passionate and you love something, everything else just falls into place after that. And then understand what exactly it is that you want to do with that qualification. And it could be that you want to be a billionaire from that qualification. It could be that you want to impact a change, or it could be that you want to be the next Prof. Peking, if that's what you desire. But ensure that you know what it is that you want to do with your qualification. And lastly, have confidence in yourself. Back yourself up, because when you back yourself up, it's easy for you to convince others to have confidence in you. And really believe in your dreams. Dream big and be relentless in your chase for your dreams. We are the leaders of tomorrow, as cliche as that may sound, but we need to ensure that we equip ourselves with enough information, enough skills, enough expertise to be the leaders that we know that we can be. My greatest ambition within the sports space is to really see change materialize, is to see women getting the same opportunities that the males are getting, is to see the female sports athletes getting the same opportunities, the same payment, the same respect that males get. It is to see the narrative changing for women in sports, is to see us getting a and securing big sponsorship deals. It is to see the shift in the way our stories are told in the media. My greatest ambition, really, to summarize it, is to see tangible change.